Recall! Yeah!
The Ring is a 2002 horror film directed by Gore Verbinski. It stars Naomi Watts and Martin Henderson and is a remake of the 1998 film Ring from Japan. So the film revolves around a cursed videotape which, when you watch it, you'll get a phone call from someone who informs you that you will die in 7 days. Some creepy little girl who, in 7 days' time, will come and get you. It's up to Rachel and Noah, played by Naomi Watts and Martin Henderson, to try and save their son Aiden because, well, he's come in contact with the videotape and they don't want their kid to be killed by some creepy girl. After some investigation into the source of the tape, it becomes a race against time in order to find out exactly how to stop the curse, save the kid, and, well, stop this creepy girl from terrorizing people. So when this movie was being produced, I read somewhere that you've got to see the original. So I went out and bought the original, checked it out, and it became my most favorite horror movie of all time. I've done a review of that one on my channel, so if you want to find out all the reasons why, I'll leave it to that review. So then when this came out, I went along and saw it, and look, it was a really good movie, but, you know, there were just some things that, after having seen the excellent original, I felt that they got wrong and kind of dumbed it down a little, and we'll get into that in a minute. But as far as the positives go, look, this was an extraordinary looking movie. Gore Verbinski did an amazing job at making this movie look really unique. I mean, you know, the whole thing kind of had like a blue-green tint to it, and it just sort of gave it this amazing atmosphere. It really added to the cold, bleak environment. Because what our characters are going through, you know, it's nothing really pleasant, and I mean, they're dealing with this death curse and a race against time to try and save their kid. So, you know, it doesn't really have a pleasant atmosphere, and yeah, the production design and the look of everything definitely added to that. So in terms of remakes, you know, it's kind of hard for me because I love the original so much, but I do recognize that this film has a lot of fans, a lot of people who really, really love it, and that's fine. And, you know, if you haven't seen the original, this is a perfectly good way to, you know, be fed the same story in a way. So in terms of remakes, it's not bad. The only thing that really bothered me with it was that they really dumbed it down a lot, and I'll tell you why. In the original film, the antagonist, Sadako, which in this version was Samara Morgan, you never heard her speak. You know, she was just this thing that would come and get you, and the fact that you never heard her speak just added to her mystery and creepy factor so much more. Whereas in this one, Samara has a backstory. You know, she kind of got a little bit of sympathy added to the character after what she'd gone through as a kid. And not only that, there was this whole motif throughout the film of seeing a physical ring. And I really felt that was kind of silly. Because in the original version, it's not till the very end where they actually figure out a method of solving the curse, where you find out why the movie is called that. Whereas in the remake, you know, they keep having these circle things appear throughout the film in various ways, and I don't really know why they did that. It didn't add anything to the story. Aside from that, I thought the performances ranged from pretty good, like Naomi Watts and Martin Henderson were good, but David Dorfman, the kid who played Aiden, I don't know. He didn't really work for me. This kid, I don't know, he sort of overacted a bit too much. I mean, he had the creepy look thing going, but yeah, I just wasn't convinced by his performance at all. So look, here's the thing. If you like the movie, I would highly recommend checking out the original 1998 version from Japan. If you don't mind subtitled movies, absolutely, you've got to check it out. It's so far superior. But on its own, it was a pretty adequate remake. I mean, aside from the few things that I've mentioned aside, the cinematography was absolutely fantastic. The performances were adequate. You know, it was a pretty good movie, and I'm going to give The Ring a 7 out of 10. Okay, so stay tuned because coming up is going to be a review of Rings, which has finally hit our shores over here, so let's just see where this story goes, shall we? And in the meantime, I would love to know what you guys thought of The Ring, or if you've seen Ring. Like, yeah, let's get a discussion going. What did you think? Original versus remake? In this corner? In this corner? So drop me some comments, either here or on Facebook. All my social media links are in the description below because I like to talk about movies, and I would love to talk about movies with you. I'll catch you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.